Heavier than flying machines are impossible. It's mathematician and physicist Lord Kelvin in 1895. There's not the slightest indication that nuclear energy will ever be obtainable. It would mean that the atom would have to be shattered at will. Albert Einstein in 1934. I see little commercial potential for the internet for at least 10 years. That was Bill Gates in 1994. The truth is, no online database will replace your daily newspaper, no CD-ROM can take the place of a competent teacher, and no computer network will change the way government works. Computer scientist Clifford Stoll, 1995. So there's a few examples of quotes in relation to technological improvements that did not age very well. So over the coming decade, there is a really high chance that AI is going to take most human jobs. AI and robotics will be able to perform most, if not all, tasks that are currently done by humans. This includes both cognitive work and manual labor. There will be a very few jobs where humans will be able to compete with AI systems. AI will be more efficient and far cheaper. So most economists and most mainstream predictions about AI are not pricing in the speed of the change.
Conference attendees and AI experts to that effect. This view seems not to be widely shared among economists. Indeed, the vast majority of economists seem to assign extremely low probability to any scenario where growth even increases again by as much as, say, it did during the Industrial Revolution. So Tom Davidson, who you had on the show, defines explosive growth with this measure of 30% annual growth in economic output. And you can say modulo things like pandemic recovery or some other things of that sort. But that seemed to be something the vast majority of economists, particularly growth economists, and even people interested in current AI and economics.
So we can expect possible major job displacement, rapid economic growth within a matter of years, not decades. So artificial intelligence is fundamentally different from other technologies. It's different to air flight, different to nuclear energy, and different to the internet. It's because general intelligence won't just replace a segment of the economy. It's going to flip the entire economy upside down and then send it into orbit. So if we're lucky, this rapid economic growth is going to result in a wider distribution of wealth. If we're unlucky, wealth will be concentrated in the hands of a few. So the image that you can see on the screen there is from a paper titled Explosive Growth from AI. It just basically explains the forces and the counter forces that are pushing or slowing AI growth. And when you look at the forces that are pushing explosive AI growth, it's a pretty compelling story. So where does this leave us? So the obvious optimistic long-term hope is that the massive economic prosperity is going to allow us to comfortably-ish transition to more uniquely human domains. Creativity, novelty, we all become artists, etc. But there's gonna be an awkward and uncomfortable in between. So as governments and national security, workplaces, institutions, and the wider population slowly and then suddenly awaken to the magnitude of what is coming, there's going to be panic, there's going to be some pain, and there's going to be some opportunity. So I've spoken heaps about the pain, so let's talk about the opportunity. We can expect AI to become increasingly generally intelligent. So it's going to be able to do most cognitive work within a matter of years, with robotics and manual labor soon thereafter. This isn't just data collection or a glorified chatbot. We're talking about highly cognitive and nuanced work requiring multiple steps over weeks or months or even years. We're talking, here's my credit card, go and find a niche product and market, develop and design a product, build me an online website and shop and make me rich. Of course, there's going to be bottlenecks. It's not going to come tomorrow, but it's coming. And it will come for the highest dollar value opportunities first. AI researchers, managerial work, software development, lawyers, etc. So assuming that AI and these new language model releases or some variation of these releases become increasingly and rapidly generally intelligent, where is the opportunity? I think there's three, let me change the screen here. So three pretty unique opportunities, not my ideas from other people. They are the collection and curation of high quality data, the post-training refinement, and ambiguity-friendly domains. I'll explain what each of those means. Collection and curation of high quality data. So as these artificial intelligence systems become increasingly general, data and quality of data is the golden ticket. The quality of data you can collect, curate, and feed back into an increasingly general AI system will become very, very valuable, both for yourself, for your work, for a customer or client. So creating user experiences, products, or processes which naturally and natively collect high quality data is the big opportunity here.
So I would say where you can design an interface which naturally collects valuable label data for fine-tuning by virtue of the interface. That's really important, because if you're successful, you want to be able to compound that success, because the more users you get, the more data you get, the more quality, the higher quality model you can produce, and then you get that virtuous cycle. That's a really important, part of it. And then it sounds obvious, but I think
the second one is about post-training. When it comes to large language models, which are the current and most popular incarnations of artificial intelligence, things like ChatGPT and Claude, Llama, terminology does get confusing, but in very simple terms, you can think of a pre-training and then a post-training phase. In the pre-training phase, the AI is trained using vast amounts of compute and internet data. In that realm, you're not going to be able to compete with the proprietary models. But there will be an opportunity to contribute to the post-training phase with bespoke experiences built on top of increasingly intelligent base models. If you have collected and curated high quality data, this could look like a bespoke post-trained LM interface that you've built on top of an existing open source model with custom data, or it could look like a custom integration or bot plugged into or on top of an existing proprietary model like ChatGPT.
More valuable than others. Okay, so how do you go about collecting high quality data? Because people have obviously in pre-training, it's about volume of token, and there the hyperscalers will have a long-standing advantage because they already own search engines or YouTube or whatever it is, right? Whereas in post-training, you need a small number of very high quality tokens to, align the model to the behavior that you want for your product. And you can collect that from scratch. Like when we built Pi, we created...
So you can see that all of these are related. The third one is ambiguity-friendly domains, operating in ambiguity-friendly domains. So on the road to beyond human-level intelligence or superintelligence, AI will first become most valuable in problem domains that make a virtue out of imprecision. This will create a small window of big opportunity. So what does this mean? An ambiguity-friendly domain simply means a space or a problem where there isn't always a single clear answer. So think precise medical diagnoses, which is non-ambiguous, versus individually curated treatment plans, ambiguous. AI will eventually cover both of these, so wrapper companies will generally not be a good long-term play here.
I think fundamentally there are two strategies to build on AI right now. There's one strategy which is assume the model is not going to get better, and then you kind of build all these little things on top of it. And then there's another strategy which is build assuming that OpenAI is going to stay on its same rate of trajectory, and the models are going to keep getting better at the same pace. It would seem to me that 95% of the world should be betting on the latter category, but a lot of the startups.
So some domains are inherently ambiguous and they benefit from multiple perspectives. So regardless of increasing AI capabilities, there will likely always be some room for creative and interpersonal collaboration, though how this looks long term is cloudy at best. So to make all of this easier to envision, let's use an example. Imagine you're a travel agent. At some point in the not so distant future, a personal AI system is going to know all of my previous travel history, my preferences, my likes, my calendar, my availability, my friends. It will be able to fully plan, to coordinate and book my holiday from start to finish. And it's going to be able to do this better than myself and better than you as a travel agent. So when AI systems start booking flights and hotels, which is coming very, very soon, there will still be opportunities for you as a travel agent to help curate a more bespoke travel experience by working with increasingly generally intelligent AI systems. There's even going to be an opportunity to build these wrapper companies or products and services on top of openly available AI systems or with the agent plugins, which facilitate these more bespoke training enhancements. So think of this in the travel agent game as hidden gems off the beaten path experiences and tailored dining options based on unique likes and preferences that came from bespoke content or data that you've collected. As AI becomes increasingly intelligent and integrated into our lives, we're going to require less and less human interaction. So you can say goodbye to the travel agent long term. Once we've reached the level of integrated general intelligence required to fully plan and book a holiday from start to finish, we can assume that most other areas of the economy and work have also been automated and abstracted away. This includes most manual labor. So at this point, the cost difference between AI and human labor will be so extreme that you'd have more chance hiring Elon Musk as your travel agent or Justin Bieber to fix your leaking pipes than an average human would cost in 10 years' time from now, maybe less. So this is the result of the potential unprecedented economic growth that will come from AI. So in the videos above, you saw two CEOs of two of the biggest companies in the world who are going to be responsible for creating the increasingly general intelligence that is probably going to take your job. That was Sam Altman and Mustafa Suleyman from OpenAI and Microsoft AI. So from my understanding, Altman believes the window of opportunity is much smaller than Suleyman. Both ultimately land in the same camp though. We're going to have increasingly intelligent AI systems that will manage most of our lives and transform most of the economy in a relatively short period of time.